Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's a different scene again. We're actually at the home at the moment. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, it's been rather warm and horrible, and that really doesn't do my MS any good at all. That's one of the reasons. The other reason, I've been rather busy doing some radio testing for our radio network I help look after. There's a few sites that have been problematic. They're on what they call 4G routers, and they're remote sites. So I've bought similar equipment here, running the same sim and things like that. And I've also got a repeater running here as well in the background. You can probably hear it, maybe. So that's one of the other reasons why I've been at home. But primarily it's been the weather. It's just been so warm, but muggy and wet at the same time. It's really not nice, and it hasn't really done the MS any good at all. I went out yesterday with a friend of mine to go to a venue that we were looking at possibly doing a radio event from soon. However, it became very obvious very quickly that the management of this venue weren't interested in us doing the event there, so we came away and we're kind of going with plan B, which unfortunately I can't discuss on this channel because it hasn't gone through the radio committee yet of the club, so it'd be rather unfair for me to actually discuss it here. Unfortunately, when I got home yesterday afternoon, got out of my car, opened the boot up, took the charging cable out, plugged it into the house, and then kind of started to straighten up. And I don't fully remember what happened, but it went along the lines of, hang on a second, your left foot is twisted and isn't actually in a position where it can do anything useful. So it kind of didn't. When I put some weight on it, it just wasn't there. And unfortunately, I sunk to my knees rather glamorously and ended up sitting on the... now let me just move the phone around a little bit. There we go. So I'm using I don't know what they call it. It's like a handheld thing. It's new to me. I bought it second hand, and I'm still trying to work out how to use it properly. So it kind of has its own mind. Anyway, going back to yesterday. So I ended up sat on my doorstep, sort of feeling rather stupid. And I tried a couple of times to get back up again, but my left leg wouldn't get into the position correctly for me to put any weight on it. And I ended up sort of going, I hate to do this, but I kind of reached up with my fingertips and hit the doorbell, and my wife came out to save the day, as it were. So my wife bought out a kitchen chair, which she put just to the side of me, and I took my shoes off. Now, I learned last time I fell over, getting rid of my shoes and letting my feet touch the floor. I don't know, it's probably psychological because I got no feeling in my feet at all. But it was, my feet are on the floor and I can push down on it and everything's going to be okay. And yeah, sure enough, I got up, sort of brushed myself off. Felt really stupid for falling. It wasn't a fall, it was more of a sink to my knees, and that was helped by the grab bar on the door. But as you can imagine, I did feel rather stupid. See, the thing is twisting slowly away from me. So let me just bring you back around again. Alright, okay. So, as I said, I'm in the office stroke, well, it's a converted bedroom, really. And I share it with my youngest daughter, who was using it for university. But I've got some radio equipment here running at the moment. It's connected to a 4G router. It's up in the windowsill. And for the life of me, I cannot replicate the failure. The router is exactly the same as on sites that are failing. It's on the same carrier as the sites that are failing, and the signal onto the router is not great. Without going into too many technicalities, the nearby cell site is broken, is offline. So I'm connected to one that's probably a mile and a half away. So it's a little way away from me, and it's down below me in the valley. So it's probably, I don't know, 40 feet below me. So it's definitely not the best in the world, but I cannot get it to go wrong. I've unscrewed the aerials, I've added equipment to it to reduce the signal further. I can get the equipment to drop offline, and then as soon as it reconnects again, the radio equipment just carries on working like it never had any problems. But on the sites in question, when the equipment drops off, it doesn't come back properly, and I don't know why. The radio equipment is exactly the same as the other sites. The configurations are exactly the same. Don't know. So I'm waiting for one of the site managers of one of the remote radio sites to send me the configuration off of his radio equipment, so I can literally put it onto the equipment here and test it under his conditions. Been waiting for a little while, and he's not sent it through yet. So the first thing we'll have a look at is that's the 4G router up in the windowsill, and you may or may not see the lights on the front of it. I don't know how well they are showing, but it is online, it's connected and running. So as we move around the office here, you see that's the monitor I use for connecting it to little Raspberry Pis and things. I'm kind of putting a video together at the moment. I'll put a link to it because it explains about the network we operate here, and the ever important air conditioning unit, which is keeping the room a lovely 20 degrees. It's really nice. So as I said, there's the video I'm editing at the moment. It'll be up online. I'll put a link on it as well, so you can enjoy the pain of what I do in my spare time. And that is the radio repeater, which is sat connected to the router behind me. And at the moment it's in standby. There's nobody talking on the repeaters. As you can see, the lights within the yellow, within the white banding, they're both not lit. The ones above it are just power and the fact that it's connected to the network. But I cannot get this equipment to fail and not connect to the network. So not quite sure what's going on. This is the picture of the network that I'm working on at the moment. As you can see, there's a lot of equipment that's connected, and at the moment the network is quiet, there's nobody using it. So the area here basically shows who's connected, who's transmitting, who's receiving, etc., etc. But this whole system goes right across the southwest of England. I can show you what we cover. There you go. That's the coverage. The little black dots are repeater sites. That's the one closest to me. These three here, and then we go all the way down through the southwest of England. They're all linked together, so they all cover the area that's in green. But anyway, that's what I do as part of my hobby. I'm trying to work out why some of these stations here disconnect and won't reconnect when I'm simulating exactly the same equipment here, and the equipment that I'm testing is being absolutely solid. It's not disconnecting at all. But for now, if you would please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and if you could smash the like button for me, because that really does help YouTube do its magic and helps promote the videos and things for this channel. Would love to get the channel to grow. Would love you guys to give me some idea of what content you want me to make. But it is what it is, and I will carry on trying to avoid looking stupid as much as I am already looking stupid. Catch you later. Bye bye.